I'm gonna go ahead and say that Sephora is pissing me right off lately with their prices. Everything is out of control. A lot of the products do not perform. I have had a personal little bit of an ick when it comes to shopping at Sephora. However, I do review makeup here on my channel. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're gonna hop into all of the best and worst, newer launches included, because I always very intentionally try new things right around VIB time. But when I was looking through my list this year, and things have gotten cut throat when I tell you that I have whittled down my entire massive, sensational collection. I feel like I could put a PDF together for you guys and just be like, here you go. There's my life's work. Have at it. I don't want to have a massive collection anymore. It is stressing me out. I don't need 100 concealers, as a matter of fact, and we are gonna talk about concealer. We're gonna talk about everything. Like, this is my concealer collection. Take a good long stare. That's it. This wheel that we have all been on with, like, buy more, buy more. You need another lip gloss. You need another one. Add another foundation. Like, you don't need any of this. But if you needed to restock, if you do have a sparse area in your collection that needs to be filled and you want to know what's good so you can take advantage of the sale, then I have good news for you. I have all the good things that you should purchase in every category. If you're Rouge, you get access early and 20% off. You're going to start the sale on the 10th through the 20th. Everybody else, the 14th through the 20th. And then additionally, if you're not hooked into Insider or VIB Rouge, 30% off on Sephora collection will also start on the 10th and will carry through to the 20th. And I do have a couple of Sephora collection items to gush over that are really, really good. Let's start our adventure in makeup with primer. Primer is a category on Sephora that they have almost 200 items of. Literally a primer for everything. And primer is what we're putting on our face before we even get to the color, before we get to the makeup. So it kind of blew my mind seeing that there are that many primers. There's only 3 at Sephora that I really truly love. My other primers I buy at Blue Mercury, Erno Laszlo, I love RMS Beauty, I love, but we're not talking about that right now. Isamaya. I have had this one tube for so long. A little bit goes a long way. I probably should buy a new one just for expiration date purposes. This is the Isamaya Microbial Gel Primer. It is a gel primer that just hydrates and just snaps your skin back to life. It has a slight sticky tackiness to it. I've mentioned this one a ton. We love. Of course, Tarte. I can't make this video, like I physically cannot make this video talking about primers and not mention it. And I use that one every single day. Also Kulfi, the Double Life Primer. This is a serum primer and it is literally the only newer primer at Sephora that I have been into at all. It is really, really nice. This is one where if I don't have time for anything, I'm reaching for this and I'm not blurring and I'm not hydrating and I'm not being like fussy. This is a beautiful primer. Foundation. Now I did wait to purchase new foundations for the sale just because there are several of them that I want to do wear tests, that I want to put to the test and film with, and I want to take advantage of the sale a little bit myself. So I will be picking up the new one from Mary Phillips, the newer natural matte one from Rare, and then Dior has 2 new formulas. I feel like they're reformulations, but I've been having a really good time with Dior recently, so I do want to try their newer foundations as well. As far as what I would recommend to you to take advantage of, I know I'm a broken record. Bathe me in this Givenchy foundation from here until forever. This is one of my absolute favorite foundations of all time. This is the Skin Blurring Serum Foundation, and we love her in this house. Lawless, forget the filler, plumping, line smoothing foundation. They have 49 shades. They just added a few more, so excellent shade range. This is long wearing. It has a natural finish, and out of all of the many foundations that I have been trying and buying and decluttering, this is one that has really impressed me. Every time I wear her, I have a phenomenal makeup day. This one is a winner for sure. For oily skin, I'm gonna go ahead and recommend Anastasia Beverly Hills and or MAC's Soft Buildable Matte. Those are both really great for oily skin. And if you hear all of that and you're like, no, not into it. Just close your eyes and like any NARS foundation, like I swear it doesn't even matter what your skin type is, any and all NARS foundation. Round of applause. Which, speaking of NARS, I will be picking up more colors of their pot concealer. I am loving using this on the face to conceal my hyperpigmentation and then going in with a serum on top. I've been mixing together light 1.25 and medium 1.5. I just feel like, oh, I already have two. I don't want to buy another one, but it's the sale. I'm going to get a color that matches me a little bit better so I don't have to be a mixologist, but that is a phenomenal, incredible, does everything concealer. I will list all my concealers in the description box below. This is it, and I love them. All for different reasons. They're great. Oh, but wait, you know what one is new that is really, really good? Charlotte Tilbury's long wearing. It's like a 24-hour crease-proof concealer, and it has like a big doe foot applicator. That one is newer. It's in my bathroom. If I'm taking things out of this room to on the go perfect, touch up, play with in other spaces, that signals that it is a really great product. I had Erica try it. That's what happened. We both really, really love. Very full coverage. I put together a foundation Nope too, which pretty much is like every skin serum foundation in all of Sephora. I do not like the Mario Natural Finish, House Labs, Patrick Ta, Laura Mercier Weightless Perfecting, or Westman Atelier. And the reason I'm so just like out of my way, like you're not good enough, is because I have had better. Victoria Beckham's foundation, I'm wearing it right now. I cannot get enough. I need a vat of it. I need a big paint can of it. I want a lifetime supply. I am sold. I love what it does for my skin. Is this helpful for a VIB video? No, it's not. But maybe I'm encouraging you to not buy foundation, get your savings on the other items, and then go to Blue Mercury, Neiman's, and buy it there, because I'm telling you, it's like my number one, Givenchy has been demoted. Because it just makes your skin look that juicy and natural and good, and you can put it on with your fingers if you're in a rush. I did a full day wear test. If you want to view that video, you're like, what is she talking about? I will link it below. Powder, the three right here, Givenchy, we have a little Dior, this one in the translucent. If you have the kind of skin where you're like, you know what, this is not fair. This wasn't happening a few years ago. Why are the lines extra liney? Why is any moment of dehydration just like a crisis on my forehead? This is one of those powders that does not bulk. It does not have any pigmentation whatsoever. It's truly translucent. It just gets rid of the shine, and it even leaves like this little luminous veil to the skin. It's amazing. You cannot overdo it. It's just one of the most incredible powders, specifically 00 Luminescent. I've only tried this particular one. I've heard that the other shades are not great. They're a little bit cakey, but this one, I need her in my life all the time. I also need her in my life forever. If they ever reformulate this one, I will be visibly upset. This is the Givenchy Prisme Libre in 03 Rose. This one is just like magical underneath the eye. It is brightening. It reduces the look of your pores. It makes you look velvetized. And then of course, Charlotte Tilbury. This is just an iconic powder that does so much. If you have lines underneath your eye, if you're like, what do I set my concealer with? Everything is exaggerating lines. This is worth it. You want to take a fluffier brush and just lightly dust underneath the eye is my advice. If you're struggling with that crepiness or lines, this one right here, get it while it's on sale. It is worth the money. In the category of blush, Sephora has almost 250 blushes available on their website. That is a lot of potential blush blindness, which actually I think I might have had some blush blindness today, but I am loving this formula. It is stupid expensive, but the powder formulation, how finely milled it is perfect, and you get like this gorgeous rosy kind of like, it's like a pinkier brightening powder on the other side that you probably could put underneath the eyes to brighten it up. But I love mixing these two together and then doing like a light veil of this pinky one on this side, just kind of over. There's something about it. I did not think this color was going to be great on me. I did get this in PR. This is the new Pillow Talk Flawless Pink Soulmates Face Palette. This is limited. I would encourage you, if you are a blush lover, to check this one out. Givenchy. We have another expensive powder moment, but this is a blush moment. I don't know what kind of magic they put in this. 4-color loose powder blush. Why is it so fantastic? When you get a little in the lid, you load up the brush, and all 4 shades are kind of harmoniously dancing together, and then it just does something great on the skin. Very long wearing, a little bit goes a long way. You're gonna buy this one time. I don't think you could go through it in your entire life. Do either Charlotte or Givenchy, but these are 2 standouts. If you're like, that's too much money even with the sale, Glossier or Sephora brand. I talked about this one in my dupes, and you guys, this palette is so good. Like, shocking. Bronzer, highlighter, 2 blushes, they're baked, they're smooth, they feel so luxurious. This is such a home run. Do you know what's on Sephora.com? Dolce & Gabbana. This is the only bronzer that I have worn since I did my $1,500 face, which kind of makes me sick to my stomach that I spent that much money on one video buying all the products myself. If you want to see cutthroat reviews on the spot of me trying ridiculously overpriced makeup, I will link that video below as well. One of the discoveries in that video is this bronzer, and it is so good. Use it on the body, use it on the eyes, use it on the face. You cannot patch this bronzer up. It is knocking Dior out of first place. Dior and Hung Van Gogh were actually fighting together. They're like wrestling it out, and then in walks Dolce & Gabbana, and this is the new like front runner 100% Obsession. This would be one of those where you come back and tell me like, Tati, you were right. And I'll be like, I know, right? For liquid, Dior and Mario, they are still the favorites. The only new highlighter that I have recently fallen in love with is Givenchy. There is so much Givenchy love in this video, but let's just like keep it going. I love this new launch. It is a highlighter. It is $60. If you already have any other highlighters that I have recommended from Charlotte Tilbury, from Gucci, Fenty, like you don't need this. This is not a need. This is a want, okay? So these highlighters, they are so finely milled. I'm wearing the shade 2. This is shade 3. It's literally in my bathroom. Do we see how wet this looks? Like I have a lumpy, bumpy face, okay? It is what it is. I got this going on here, and like there's just things happening. But this highlighter is so like wet that it just kind of, I don't know, kind of like conceals that in a way. I'm obsessed. I love it. I'm wearing a little bit on the inner portion of my eye as well. It's on my nose as well. It does not look detectable in real life. It just looks like juicy, wet skin. I'm obsessed. For eyeshadow, the only newer thing that I've tried that I'm like losing my mind over is from Armani. Now I will be purchasing more of these. I talked about this in a dupes video. The e.l.f. version of this is very good. So if you don't have the cash to spend on Armani, there is an option at the drugstore. This, however, it's the shade, it's the creaminess. There's just something about this particular formula that blends in 2.2. You cannot F this up. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and it's all I am wearing. I popped on some liner, some lashes, that's it. I'm not wearing like my typical 3 different shades of eyeshadow. I am just wearing this, and literally I just pop it on the lid, take a crease brush, boom, 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 done. It's the easiest thing ever, and I have been hooked on reaching for this every single day. I love it to no end. Of course, Natasha Denona, Makeup by Mario, those are gonna be my go-tos. Hung Van Gogh for palettes, if you're looking for a palette. Whatever you do, do not purchase Westman Atelier iPods. You have been warned. Westman Atelier eyeshadow is like 80 bucks for 3, and it's terrible. So those are like my hot, not hot. And then newer from Tower 28. I bought these recently. They're kind of jumped out. I was like, oh, another jelly shade, another jelly shadow. Get Catrice, because this did not stay on my lids at all. It faded so quickly. It looks pretty at first, but it's not very long wearing. If you see these and you're like, oh, those are cute, I like the packaging, it's fun and sparkly. You have been warned, they don't have a ton of longevity. For mascara, I would go ahead and say go with YSL Lash Clash or Sarah Curiel Tubing. I would say absolutely no to Makeup by Mario Volumizing, it's just clumpy, or Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerate Eyes still kind of haunts me because it was just so flingy and clumpy. So those are my two absolute no's. I also want to remind you the drugstore has excellent options for mascara. You guys know when it comes to brows, Anastasia Brow Wiz, anything from Dior for brows is going to be a win. As far as an eye wax, I like Rare Beauties. I really like Benefits. What I would stay away from, Kosas has a product that's very similar to Brow Wiz. It's a microfine pencil, but it dries out so fast. It is one of those that I always, when I'm in the store, I see it and I'm like, I love the packaging. And then I'm like, no, it dries out so fast. Stick with the classic. You cannot go wrong with Anastasia Brow Wiz. Another product I would avoid, Kulfi's Brow Wax. Just, it did not hold my brow hairs up. I've worn it one too many times with my brows just kind of going like a few hours in. So that one is not gonna do it for me. In the lip category, I finally have a lip product in a tube that stands out, that dazzles me. You guys know I'm always like, they're always the same. It's always the same. This is newer from Hung Van Gogh. These lippies are so shiny, juicy, hydrating, moisturizing. The colors are beautiful. And the applicator right here, like, is just, it feels so nice and it just smooths everything right on. I got sent 3 shades in PR and I bought an additional shade because I was so impressed. The shades I have are Bilingual, Nothing to Lose, and From the Heart. And then I have in my purse the shade 88, which is a little more peachy nude. I really, really love. Very, very impressive. If you're in the market for a lip plumper, now is your time. Go ahead and get the Lawless, forget the filler. I've really been into the shade Cherub and Nudie. Let's just put on more. More is more. I love this shade so much, and it's minty and it does really plump. If you use it too many times in a row, it will dry you out, but I don't even care. I just love the way it looks so, so much. For setting sprays, go for Laura Mercier and Say City Set. This one is so nice. Like, it blows my mind how refreshing and nice this product is without being sticky. It helps your makeup to wear a little bit longer and really takes down powder, and there's no irritation whatsoever. A few odds and ends that go outside of the color makeup category. For your skin, YSE Beauty Your Favorite X exfoliating pads. Oh my gosh, you wake up with baby skin after using these. And I love that you get like a little place to put your fingers and really go to town. Go on the décolleté. Go on the bottom of your feet and then put lotion on and put socks on. I swear to you, it will help you out. These are really nice. Now, I have been a snob and I use a lot of K-Beauty and medical grade, whatever that means. But like products that you would purchase at a spa have more like gotten my attention, like Osmosis and Skin Medica and just those, SkinCeuticals. So I don't use a ton of products from Sephora right now. I would say if you're in the market for a great cream day or night, go for In Beauty Extreme Cream. That is a classic. It is very, very like peptide rich, ceramide rich, I believe. It reminds me a lot of the Augustina's Batter, like $300 moisturizer. So that one is always on my list for a Sephora sale. And that's it, you guys. That was a solid rundown of everything that I really use in my day-to-day, some newer things that I'm loving, and a whole lot of things that I'm not. So I hope you enjoyed this format for a VIB sale. I will be doing a haul of things that I pick up at the sale on my live on Friday night. So make sure that you have your notifications on. I hope to see you there. Other than that, go and have a great day, whatever you are doing, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.